Well, I think we're up and running now. Anybody here? Sorry, had computer program problems, issues. Had to resolve them by shutting down the computer and starting over again. But it worked. I think everything's working now. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We have a winner. So here comes Lance. Good morning, Lance.
Morning, Paul.
How are you doing?
Good. Just a Super Bowl hangover.
That's what Joe was saying yesterday.
Parade was yesterday. So
Was it a big parade?
1,000,000 people.
Wow.
So yeah, it was big. 12 years ago when we won it, it was about 750,000. And now, of course, we've got a bigger population in the Seattle area now. So, but yeah, about 1,000,000 people. I would do it different next time.
Boone,
My
stop.
buddy and I,
Lay down.
my buddy and I took the light rail from Federal Way up to Seattle, which takes about an hour with all the stops and everything. And so when I woke up and I turned the TV on, the light rail was broken between Federal Way and a place called Angle Lake. So you had to go to Angle Lake, which was about 5 miles north, but there's no parking up there. So I thought, what? How are we going to get up there? I thought, okay, well, we're not going to go now. So just before I was about to walk out the door, my wife was still watching the TV, and she said, the light rail's back up. So Federal Way, we ended up catching it at 7:30, got up there at 8:30, stood on the curb, not moving at all. We're about 5 rows deep, but we were on the curb as opposed to the street. So we were a good 8 inches taller than everyone else. And I was right there. We were right there on the very edge of the curb, and stood there from 8:30 until 12:30, not moving at all. You talk about tired legs and feet. My gosh.
Wow.
And then they came through, and by 1:30 it was done, and we got on the light rail and came home. But yeah, I don't know.
It was a 1 hour parade, and you stood there for how many hours?
8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet you were tired.
Yeah, we would do it different next time. The thing that really pissed us off is a guy and his 3 kids came right up in front of us about 45 minutes before the parade started. It's like, what? So kind of shoved his way to the front of the line.
Wow.
Oh man, I was going to fly
JDS,
this
how you
morning.
doing?
I was going to fly this morning, and it's just too foggy. I looked at the
JDS?
Tacoma cam before I left, and it looked like it wasn't foggy, but it's foggy down here, so I might not be able to fly.
I was
Maybe.
super foggy this morning when I got on the bus.
Justin said it was really foggy down in Florida.
Yeah, you couldn't
Okay.
see like 20 feet in front of you.
Maybe I'll fly from my #1 secret spot. Looks like it might be okay over there. The fog, yeah, it's got to be okay over here.
JDS, how you doing? Good, I hope.
Wasn't my first choice.
That Bamboo only charged me $7 to ship all that shit. It's not bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ordered a filament sensor, a hot end heating assembly, a PTFE tube connector, 2 screw kits, just have extra screws, filament sensor base, and an extruder unit.
And when you supposed to get it?
They shipped it, so they said 3 to 5 or 2 to 3 days. So
And then
hopefully,
you need to go to Harbor Freight and buy all the tools to put it together.
I have all the tools.
Oh, there's going to be one freaky tool that you're going to need to go get.
Nope, I've already taken it apart 3 times. I know what I'm doing. No, so pretty much I'm replacing every single piece in that head, so there should be no issues if they're not working now.
Good for you.
I mean, it's
What the
stripped
parts?
down to just
What the parts cost you?
$80. It was 92 with shipping.
Okay, it's not too bad. So 100 plus 92, 192 bucks.
Well, yeah, and that printer, brand new with the AMS and everything, you'd be looking at close to $400. So
Yeah, good. Okay, so I can fly here.
the only thing I'm not replacing is the actual board that runs everything, because I'm pretty sure that's fine. So, but I didn't want to spend $40 on a board if I don't need to. So, because all the other parts were like $3, $4, $5, like they were cheap. They weren't super expensive.
Who's coming in?
Dre, I think.
Is that Dre? Good. I can make my announcement. I was going to wait for Dre to show up.
Announcement about what?
Dre is here.
Dre is here. I can make my announcement. Are you ready, Dre?
Yeah, go ahead.
I am officially retiring in June.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Oh, I am so excited.
As soon as that DJI 360 Avata come out, you gotta go back to work.
I'll have to rip up the paperwork, beg them to take me back.
That's right.
I am so excited. My wife is more excited than I am, and she was the one dragging her feet. She was like, I don't know, we can. I don't know, we can.
You're gonna come back as a long-term sub.
So is your wife retiring too?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't retire unless she did.
Well, I mean, technically, she don't have to retire because Lance will be at the golf course all day anyway. She can still go to work.
Yep. There you go. Okay, is there
Wow.
anyone here? There is people here. God, the homeless sleep at this park. They pulled their car in, and so I don't like to fly from there because I'll wake them up. So I'll go fly from the Fish Peddler. The Fish Peddler from in Tacoma, Washington. Anyone wants to know where I'm launching from?
It's still dark out there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to crack a little bit.
It's gonna be a night flight for sure. And I'm
It's like David's birds on its way home 2 hours ago.
Oh, that's right. David had to he was getting a ride up to go get his new bird, right?
Yeah, so he should be about an hour from the house if he posted that 2 hours ago. So
Like I said, if he's 2 hours, he's outside the country.
Yeah, he's in Britain. He's a bloke.
I can already say you go 2 hours either direction, you're outside of Britain.
I think it takes like a total. I think Mark said before it takes like a total of 6 hours to go from like the bottom to the top or something.
Yeah, that's because you end up in Scotland.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that ain't nothing, dude. That don't even get, dude. It takes me 4.5 hours just to get to the top of Florida from where
No
I'm
kidding. Yeah.
at. You're all the way down by the Miami, dude. It's gonna take you 7 hours.
Yep. Oh man. So what happened to the show this morning, Paul? See, you had to restart it. You don't dipped out the chair already, huh?
Don't ask. I'll have to restart it again.
No kidding.
Okay, I'm gonna step outside, guys, and turn the bird on.
Is that your phone I see myself on, Lance?
Yeah, this morning I had a bit of a computer issue.
Mm.
It wouldn't react because overnight they did 2 updates on both my computers, and so they didn't act as normal.
Oh.
So I started it up and had to shut it down and come back on again.
The computer itself had an update or Zoom had an
Yeah,
update?
computer did.
Oh. You running Windows 11?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't get no idea. I'm still running Windows 10.
Well, it kept giving me signals at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You have an update. You have an
Yeah.
update. You have an
Yeah.
update. And then finally, last night when I got off, it came up and says, "We're going to update."
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't really give me a choice. You know what I mean?
Sometimes like I say, even when you shut it off, it'll say it's gonna update, then shut off.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So what's new with you, Dre? Anything?
None took the day off that, today and tomorrow off, taking the wife out for early Valentine's and birthday uh little event. We're gonna go to what they call it, candlelight classical music event at the Richard Nixon Library.
Oh,
So we're gonna go down there. It's about 45 minutes away from where I'm at. So we're gonna go that way, stop at a Italian restaurant, have a little early dinner, and then go over to the concert. I think it starts at 6:30, and they don't allow you to come in late, so you have to be there prior to the start time. So we'll probably leave here around 3:30, 4 o'clock, go eat, and then go over to the concert.
now how far is it you have to go to eat?
It's in the same area. I found
Okay.
an Italian restaurant about 15 minutes away from the venue.
So you're having Italian.
Yeah. I think last year, where did we go last year? I know the year before that, we went to a place called Fleming's. Last year, I'm trying to remember, where did we go? Somewhere. So I always try to mix it up and do something unique and stuff. Oh yeah, last year, that was for our anniversary. We were out in Palm Springs and we took the tram up to the summit, which is like a 8,000-foot tram ride
Wow.
up to the top of the mountains there in the Palm Springs area.
How long was that tram ride up?
It takes about 15, 20 minutes for that tram to go from the base
Base
all the way
all
to
the
the,
way up.
to the top. Yeah.
Now, does it go around the circles or just straight?
It goes straight, but the inside of the gondola, it
Yeah.
rotates. The floor rotates inside.
Oh, okay, all right.
So you get a 360 view. So,
Well, I remember they used to build on top of buildings, places like a restaurant where
Yeah.
where it actually rotated, you know?
right. Matter of fact, I was surprised when I think it was Bill up in Seattle. He showed a video of them going to the top of the Space Needle, and I think it rotates
Yeah.
still and stuff. Because I remember there used to be, I want to say there was a restaurant in Portland, Oregon that used, I don't know if it rotated now, but it was at the top of one of their tall buildings.
I don't get this.
You can see over the top. Hey, Lance, is there a restaurant at the top of the Space Needle still?
No,
Okay. Did it used to rotate?
it did. Yep.
Okay. I thought I remember one being up there that rotated and they shut it down, huh?
The Stratosphere rotates too
Hmm.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
You go up there. So I think they still have a restaurant up there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got up my regular routine, got up, went to the gym this morning, and then I came back home.
My boner dog. Boy, even in the cold weather, because he's in the warm house, and he
Mhm.
goes to the door. He wants to go out, and he stops at the doorway when I open the door. Looks at me, looks out there, looks at me, and I say, "You want to get back in the house?" And here he goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like when my dogs want to go outside and it's raining, they'll beg to go outside and then they'll stop on the porch and look at me.
Yep.
Like, you gonna stop the rain or?
Yeah. Where's that
No
off
one-
switch at?
Yeah.
All
I
you
got all
old people going to work late, people retiring. You got work on my world.
Joe is a little envious of Lance.
No, I'm not. I've been retired.
I can tell Joe and Lance, save me a spot. Hopefully I'll be there next year.
Hey, did you work out your conflict of interest for this weekend, Joe?
Nope. It's gonna be a beautiful day too. That's the worst part.
Well, it's your granddaughter's birthday or something, or
Yeah. Our birthday is tomorrow. So I'm gonna
Friday.
go over there tomorrow and wish her happy birthday.
Okay. And then
Saturday's not her birthday.
Saturday you got to shoot, right?
Well, Saturday I got to shoot for 3 different organizations inside the Irish Parade.
Oh. So Mardi Gras has an Irish parade?
Iris.
Iris, okay.
IRIS.
Like an iris.
Almost.
So Dre, did you do anything for Mardi Gras or no?
No, Mardi Gras is not a thing out here in California. That's why I was asking Joe and them guys about those king cakes. I mean, are they really tasty or is it just a tradition? You know, and their answer, I think Joe or Johnny told me, it just depends where you get it from.
Joe
Don't
wants
get
to
a
know he's
Walmart
too
one.
cheap to buy one.
You got a point. Every once in a while, I find somebody that's got one, and I get a piece.
Yeah. Because like I said, it wasn't until the last, I would say within this last decade, that I even heard of a king cake. And I guess, because it's part of the Catholic community, far as Mardi Gras and Catholic faith. Because now that, we have a substantial, Latin population here, that now they're open so many bakeries that king cakes are making a noticeable thing here in California. So that's what they talk about is king cakes, in coincidence, not coincidence, but coinciding with Mardi Gras. I'm like, what? king cake.
I sent a bunch of y'all a video I saw on Instagram of somebody making a king cake, and they took two packs of cinnamon rolls, and they laid them all out nice and pretty. The first one, then they put some cream cheese in the middle, and then they took the plastic baby, and stuck it underneath there, and then put the other one on top. And they said, "Oh no, you don't bake the baby in there. You're gonna get the plastic in there. Turn in your Louisiana card." Yeah. He said, if you're from Louisiana, turn in your Louisiana card. You know, like this.
Mhm.
Well, technically,
Why
you're
not?
not allowed to sell any products with a toy inside of it anyway when it's food related.
No, they
That's why
don't put them in there
Kinder-
anymore.
That's why Kinder eggs can't sell legit Kinder eggs in the U.S. because it's
Yeah,
illegal.
because these have a toy inside the chocolate.
Yeah, because my grandma used to, when she would go over to Germany when my uncle was stationed over there, she would take a bunch of egg cartons with her, and she would fill them up, and then she would bring a dozen back for each kid,
Mm.
each one of the grandkids, and they were the real ones that the toy was in the chocolate egg,
Mm.
and she'd mail them back before she'd come back.
But I mean, Mardi Gras here is crazy, right? They started last night, and they don't stop now till Tuesday night.
No,
Tonight's gonna be some bigger ones. Tomorrow night's gonna be bigger ones. It gets bigger and bigger every day.
Well, like I said, when did it start? This past Tuesday?
No, it started. They actually started the 6th.
week ago,
The 6th of January.
6th
The
of
6th of
January.
That's when all the little bitty stuff started happening, like the 40 Funny Fellows did their march with their big
So,
group.
hey, Joe,
all the
how do
different
you
Mardi
get
Gras
it?
groups.
Joe, how do you get
Yo.
how do you get it back in focus? My drone is not in focus. How do I get it back in focus?
Press the screen on where you're looking.
I am, and nothing's happening.
Uh,
I hit a
the only
button
thing-
and it. Oh,
The only thing I would
MF.
do is maybe
I see.
do a.
I see it. MF. I was on MF. Okay, I'm
Okay.
good.
Mhm.
Thank you. Bad.
Not bad.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Dre, are you gonna order a king cake or what?
No,
Don't do it.
no, I'm not
Don't
ordering
worry.
no king cake. I was just interested. I mean, I try to consider myself to be worldly knowledgeable about things. That's why I ask questions about certain cultural events and everything else. Because I mean, depends on where you grow up, where you live. You may not never hear about certain stuff. It's like Joe talking about. Now, I thought Mardi Gras was just like a week or two in February, or maybe sometime end of February. Matter of fact, goes into March. It's supposed
It
to
depends.
coincide.
It could be the beginning of February.
Right. Like I said, because
Depends on when
usually,
Easter is.
right. That's what I'm saying. Because usually, like I said, it goes right along with Lent.
You go find Easter and go 40 days before that, and
Mhm.
that's it.
Yeah. So when he's talking about, starting in January, I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
Because I
They,
know people out here who will take vacations from jobs and stuff and fly down to, Louisiana just to, hang out for the Mardi Gras.
You got a point.
Donald said they
No.
do Mardi Gras much better in Missouri.
Okay.
I tell you what they do in Missouri a lot. They lie.
They all gather
Oh,
around
they
the arch.
embellish. They embellish. They don't lie. They embellish.
They all gather
Well,
around the
well,
arch.
only St. Louis. Really, only St. Louis, where Don lives.
Yeah.
They always think they got something better than everybody else because they're jealous.
What do you mean St. Louis? Donald don't live in St. Louis.
Ask him. He'll tell you.
He lives in Joplin.
No, that's what he says online. But he and the Arch are good buddies.
Well, I don't even know if where he lives is considered Joplin. I think it's like right outside of Joplin.
He lives in Fort Giraldi. Fort Giraldi, which is just outside of St. Louis.
Like I said, I thought he lived in between. just outside St. Louis and just outside of Joplin.
Yeah.
No, somewhere in between.
We're not egging him enough to get in, or are we?
You can't bait Donald. He will not come in if you try to bait him.
Mm.
Just to prove a point.
Well, we'll start talking about cooking, about opening a can of gumbo from a can and making that the meal.
Well, we have to see if Donald makes a king cake.
Oh my god.
These are all AI videos.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, Joe, I got all the parts coming too.
Yeah, I heard. That's good.
I didn't really need the screw kits, but I ordered 2 of them anyway just to have them. Because all the stuff comes with new screws, but you know.
So it's waiting for you to screw it up.
Yep.
Exactly. Well, like that one part here, I'll show. Let me show you. Go back here real quick. All right, go to home.
So how'd the bus trip go this morning?
Same as every day. So this
You-
part right here, Dre,
you-
was the
you-
one
you-
I lost the other day. This little tiny thing, and this thing is small. It's really tiny.
Mm.
And the only way you can get another one is you literally have to buy the screw kit.
By a
So
screw
this
kit.
comes with all the extra screws for the entire printer. All the
Now,
little
do you
parts.
think that was the cause of it not working properly?
No, because it wasn't working before I lost it. So,
Oh, okay.
but that thing is tiny. I ran a high-powered magnet over my carpet. I ended up finding 2 more little screws like that out of something else I was working
Mm.
on. But I didn't find that.
Oh, by the way, I got those desk monitor kit that you told me about.
Oh, for the to hold your monitors up off the desk.
Yeah. Yeah. It gives me a lot more room, definitely. I just
Oh,
got
you already
I
put
just-
them on?
Yeah, I put them on in between was it last Thursday or Friday if I went to my parents. I guess I have a chance to actually clean up the rest of my desk because I don't like I said I haven't
But
been
it gives
home.
you so much room underneath your monitors that you can put stuff that where your stands would have been, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It gives me a lot
Yeah.
more room. Like I said, I haven't been home since early part of last month. Matter of fact, the first weekend of the month, I spend time with my parents every weekend to keep an eye on them, and my nephew looks after them during the week. So I haven't really been home on the weekends at all. I haven't
Yeah,
had any
they're a
real
lot
free
nicer
time.
there.
Yeah.
Plus,
I'm
if
just-
you accidentally hit your desk, so you don't your monitor don't feel like it's gonna fall over. 'Cause I'll tell you, some of these new monitors don't weigh anything.
Yeah.
There's like no weight to them. So the minute you tap your desk,
Mhm.
damn thing starts rocking like it's gonna fall over.
Yeah. My stands were pretty deep. I mean, they were heavy. I have Dell monitors, so it came with the same stands and stuff. So they're pretty solid.
Yeah, my monitors are the
But you-
MSI ones, and they don't weigh anything. I mean, they are
Yeah.
so damn light for 27-inch.
Yeah, like I said, you guys have bigger monitors. Mine's are only 24 inches. You guys got the bigger 27s and 32s and stuff.
I don't like anything. 27, I think, is my sweet spot. I don't really like anything bigger or smaller than that.
Mhm.
The 32 inches,
That's what she said.
32 inches okay if your desk is really deep and
Mhm.
it's a little ways away from you, but most desks are only about 2.5 foot deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's like just too much screen in your face.
Yeah. That's
For
why
me.
How long?
I never understood what Jason was going after with those big old, what do you have, like a 47-inch,
He's got the 50, was it
50
a
something now?
56-inch or 54-inch? I can't remember.
I,
I can't remember what the bigger Odyssey
get
was.
like you said, I sit maybe about 13, 14 inches away from my screens. I would literally be turning my head either direction. You
Yeah,
know?
those are really good for, I would say big curved screens like that are really nice for racing games, but
Mhm.
person shooter,
Mhm.
you would think it'd be nice, but when you have to constantly move your head back and forth to see
Yeah.
the sides,
Mhm.
it's not really that good for those games. Just in my opinion, anyhow.
Yeah. Yeah. I started to get into the racing sims, but like I said, it's a big rabbit hole too. I mean, you start getting into the foot pedals, and next you know, you want to buy a special chair and everything else. I'm like, dude, you might as well buy a special room in a house, get it added on.
Oh yeah, people spend a lot of money on race simulators. Like they'll get those one chairs that have the hydraulics and shit in them.
Yeah, yeah, get
They're like
all that
two,
kind of
three
stuff.
grand.
Yeah, I'm like, it's crazy. And you got anywhere from and you ain't talking about even you get a very widescreen curved monitor, some of them kids be having two or three of them on there.
Yeah.
It's like
What
you
the heck is
actually
this?
sitting in the cockpit of the race car.
Or is that one
Well-
guy that had an entire truck cab and he had
Man, look.
TVs in the side, like in the doors,
did
and he
it?
had
Mhm.
TVs in the front,
Yeah,
and it looked just like driving down the road in a fucking truck. And he built a full-on simulator out of one.
yeah. I was like,
And all the gauges and shit worked. I don't know how he wired all that in to work with the game,
hmm,
but all his gauges on the dash and shit actually worked. So I don't know
hmm.
how he did that.
Go.
But it was a
Well, I
pretty
say,
badass setup, but it was you probably spent 15, 20 grand to make that.
yeah, there's a will, there's a way. That's for sure.
So last year, this one girl, okay, she was a junior last year. She must have texted me and her mama texted me 15 times changing the picture around. Okay? That's the girl yesterday wants to stuff the stripe down the side. Okay, she doesn't like the way it looks. Now she's designing it for me.
I'm gonna ask
You know
one
the good.
question. I ask one question. Is she actually cute?
Oh yeah, but like I said, she's high school.
Yeah, I'm not. I ain't worried about that part, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm saying usually people get too nitpicky. Is sometimes they trying to create distractions on the photo to distract and how they actually look.
Oh yeah, no. The more shit she puts on there, she ain't taking nothing away from her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, is she actually worth looking at? Because my thing is, if you good looking person, you don't need all that extra stuff.
I know, but she got to have. She says, because what I did, I put a stripe down the side and I put a gap in it, and I thought about the gap, and I said, no, it looks good like that because it's like a double stripe. Can you
Mhm.
see the track? Well, I don't like the way the track looks in the middle of it. Can you put a blue stripe in between it, maybe? Like this. Or can you put a blue stripe with the white lettering? Let's just put the blue stripe with the white lettering. Leave it like that.
Yeah, I'll be passing her stuff on. Let me send you over to this guy.
Well, you know the good news? You know what the good news is? I don't have to deal with it after this picture.
She's
She's a
senior?
senior. She's gone.
Ah,
Mm-hmm. Because I'm just saying, people like that cause issues with everybody else. Well, I want mine custom designed like so and so's. And here
And
you are.
see, the reason I don't want to do that, the only reason I'm gonna do it is because she's the team captain. But I
Mhm.
won't do it for everybody because I'm not gonna do it for one person. Well, I want mine like that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
just
going
my
back
whole
and
point.
make 10 posters.
Yeah, that's just my saying that word gets around. Oh yeah, he did mine like this. You maybe
Mm-hmm.
want yours like that. I'm like, oh no, this is
And we never
standard.
had a choice of backgrounds and shit in school. It was just whatever the fuck the
Yeah,
photographer was
stand
using.
here, look this way, click next.
Yeah.
But no going back and looking what the picture looked like. If you look goofy, you look goofy.
You got a point.
And I don't
Now
ever
this one,
remember the photographers being really involved with parents at all. It was
Nah.
just like the school debt was the middleman in between that.
Mm-hmm. It was the school that hired the guy, and actually the coaches would be there to make sure we all stood in line, and not be goofing around too much. And it's next, next,
Yep.
next.
Yeah. I used to tell people behind me, if they were behind me making them laugh, I turn around and say, let me see your faces, because when you get up here, your picture's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Get away.
So our stuff was like, it was like an added on to practice. Okay, we're gonna take pictures. So you get your picture taken, go get changed for practice. Take that game jersey off, give it back to the ball boy, whoever, girl or whoever, get ready for practice.
Well, I'm thinking if you don't like a picture of yourself, does that mean you're not yourself's type?
I know back in my day, there were plenty of pictures, all you saw were nostrils.
You got a point.
Everybody had a
You ought to
head
hear
like
me.
this.
Well, I get the ones down here to think that go on with the wind. They got to do their pose, you know.
What's up, Gitchy?
I tell them, you're not going with the wind. Turn your head this way.
Or Jody, sorry.
Who's that? Frank. That's Frank. That's
Yeah,
Frank
I was
today.
looking at the screen
AKA
from across the room, and I thought it said Gitchy.
Yeah. Get you. Ha. Ed, what you doing there? Checking in, boys and girls. Is Brenda in here? Hey, Brenda, way up in the top. I didn't say hello to anybody.
Morning, chat. Good morning, chat.
Easy.
I can't see the chat. Good morning, all.
Oh, let me put this bitch up again. I mean, the little girl up again. I was talking about not her being a bitch. I was talking about the picture being a bitch. You buy that? Okay, view photos.
Damn, they already
How
shipped my shit, and I just ordered it this morning. They got it out quick.
Add a photo. I'm gonna put an $80 price on it this time. Watch. She can say, "Why is it $80?" Because I'm changing it.
Editing fees.
Editing.
Custom editing fees.
Well, yeah, the worst part about it too. Ready for this? She also had to take a picture with another girl. That's the one with the girl on her back.
Yeah.
So that one just isn't on green screen. Her legs hanging all out in the back. So I got to edit all of that. I got to pull the legs out. Got to make sure they're right and everything else. So I had to work extra for that picture too.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, you need to tell everybody, straight pictures are X amount of dollars. Customization is extra depending upon what I got to do.
Damn it, they're sending it by the post office. These are going to be closed Monday.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah, so I ain't going to get my shit till like Tuesday or Wednesday.
What time is it, Dre?
It's 6:49.
Okay.
It's howdy doody time. It's howdy doody time. I never did see that shit. I don't know why I know the song.
Howdy doody?
Yeah. You might have seen it because you're older than me.
Mr. Green Jeans was on there, wasn't he?
No.
Green Jeans was Captain Kangaroo.
Captain Kangaroo. Did Howdy Doody have any sidekicks or no? Just
I don't know.
Cartoons.
I don't know.
Well, what was the guy? What was it? Soupy Sales, right?
Yeah, I know who Soupy Sales was. He was on one of those little
Yeah,
shows.
he had Fang, and what was the other one? Row.
Like a rabbit hole, I don't know.
Well, I feel better because Dre remembers.
I remember Soupy Sales, but I don't know how they do it.
I remember with Soupy Sales and the one lady that had the lamb.
Lamb chop?
Lamb chop.
Sherry Lewis.
Yeah, Sherry Lewis.
Yep, Sherry Lewis.
I got 3 more rolls of filament coming in today. I got black, a white, and a rainbow one for Sarah's prints. I can
Rainbow
only get
one
it through,
for her friends.
No, she wanted me to print some stuff out for her and a couple of girls at work, and they wanted it in rainbow filament. But I can only find Creality was the only brand name one that I seemed to find that was that particular color. I couldn't find one in Overture, so I don't know if Creality filament's any good, but I'm gonna try it. There's tons of off-brand names you never heard of on there. Sell shit.
The other thing about this, they already paid for this picture.
Oh, the one that wants all the editing?
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't paid for nothing yet.
Well,
There'll be
They're-
there'll be additional invoicing on that one.
they should be.
Ain't no should, it's going to be. I'll send an invoice from California. Because I'm just saying, it's just a lot of extra time that you have to devote to that individual that you shouldn't have
He loves
need
the
to.
attention.
Oh, you got a point.
I mean, by the time you edit all of her stuff and everything else, you could have done 2 or 3 other people.
Got a definite point.
How many pictures did you end up editing, Joe?
Just 2. The other one I knew was gonna happen because I told her, said the picture's gonna look goofy. She
Yeah.
wanted to stand there. This girl wanted to stand there, and she had a handful of sand. She does a junk. She wanted to drop the sand so the sand particles would be in it. Because at first off, the camera may not pick all the stuff up.
Right. Yeah.
I said, second off, I said, I'll be able to duplicate the sand, but it may blur it
Mm-hmm.
to make it look good. So you
Like
won't
it's-
really see nothing but little streaks of brown.
Right. Because people don't understand, for you to capture the sand granules, the rest of the picture may blur.
Well, yeah.
Because now
Well,
now you're trying to create a shadow field of catching
I gotta
the
do-
sand.
Yeah, I'm on green screen, so it should pick it up, but I got to go thousands of a second.
Yeah.
So I got to change all my settings.
Yeah. So people
Wow.
don't get that.
Yeah, I got it to where I could see it and it didn't look that bad, but I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, okay, take a second pose just because I know you're gonna want this pose instead.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
said, yeah, we want the other pose.
Now, my first question is, was she on the beach volleyball team or something?
Yeah.
What you need sand coming out your hand for?
No, she does the broad jump thing.
I don't care what you need sand for.
She done brought a bag of sand with her
Yeah.
and a bucket to throw it in.
Now, see, my
And
thing
then
was,
instead of dropping a bunch of it, it's like little granules. It's a little-
right.
It's crazy. with it.
It don't make a bit of sense to me. Now, I would see she'd have brought the takeoff board and maybe had a full body size picture of her foot taking off, one leg up like she ran to the board and she
Yeah.
about to propel herself forward. I can see
I get that
maybe
stuff
that.
too.
I can see maybe that, but sand, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Tell her 5 cents a granular. They'll add up pretty quick. Per grain of sand, you're charging 5 cents.
At that point, I just would have got up behind my camera, walked up
Well,
to her, and
besides
smacked in
that-
the back of her head.
Besides that, Joe, when it's all said and done, she shows that picture to somebody and somebody go, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you.
Well, it's like Dre said too. Then everybody's gonna want their shit custom.
hmm and then when you raise the price, they're gonna say, "Oh, that's too high." I said, "Well, stop asking for all this nonsense."
Yep.
I'm gonna jump off here. I gotta make a phone call to somebody.
Okay, Justin.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
All right.
Lance not done. Yeah, he's done because I can see the lights going
I
by
can see
the
the lights
car window.
flashing in the
Yeah.
back.
Yep, driving to work.
But he's so excited, Dre, about retiring. I can't believe.
He ain't retiring. He gonna, I said, best case, he might be a long-term sub. And that's just like working every day because somebody else will be out, some teacher will be pregnant or somebody else got some illness or whatever. They need a long-term sub. And Lance gonna say, that's easy money. I ain't got to create no
He
real
doesn't
lesson
like-
plans or
he does
anything.
that to me all the time.
Yeah.
It's
I just basically got to show up and just take attendance and go home.
You knew he was gonna do
read,
that.
read the newspaper, put my feet up on the desk.
Yep.
Oh, I do that now.
Yep.
Well, you know why he's gonna do it, right? He's gonna do it because it gives him a chance to fly on the way in.
Oh, for
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
That's what I'm saying, Joe. He ain't retiring. He got, like I said, he got to buy another drone. You got to pay for that. Then he got to pay for the golf. You know, but like I said, when you long-term sub, you don't have no responsibilities about nothing. You ain't got to teach no. You ain't got to go to no what they call it what's the training class there? Professional development classes. He ain't got to go none of that kind of stuff.
You just not doing it, but keep taking
So,
the money.
so talking about that, Dre, we get so many
Yeah,
hours.
who's going to check it? Is
We
there-
get
is there a
like,
real estate license committee out there?
15. We get like 15 days of professional development, but we've got to do it on our own time. And if we use it or if we don't use it, we lose it. You know, so
Mhm.
you can either take classes or not. You know, and a lot of them now that we've gone COVID, you know, a lot of them are asynchronous, so you can do them on your own time. You can do them online, so you don't have to meet in person. Where before you always had to meet in person. Well, now it's nice, but I looked and I'm like, I haven't used hardly any of mine. So I did an hour worth of work this morning when I got up to knock 1 hour out. You know, so I've got all these hours I've got to use. So I'm going to start taking some classes because I don't want to give that money up. It's
Right.
a chunk of change, so I need to
Yeah.
start taking some classes.
I know my wife, they still do in person professional development right now. And it's kind of weird because right now they have the county people coming down and do observations of their whole school.
Wow.
And they've been there for over a month. Usually they
Wow.
come down, they might spend, 2 or 3 days, pick certain teachers, certain classes, whatever, and they're in and out. But these folks have been hanging around for over a month now.
Wow. So when you retire up here, you don't have to be observed that year. So, you know, that the administrator doesn't come into your class and take notes on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Usually I'm observed before, is it February now? But I have a new ad, the guy from Wisconsin, and he has not come into my classroom yet. And so once I tell him that I filled the paperwork out, he won't have to, but at any rate, it's like, okay, that's another check mark off my list where I don't have to worry about him coming in and, got to get my lesson ready for him, and which is nice.
Yeah. Which I know in my job, we have, evaluations and stuff. And this is why I look at it, Lance. I'm already topped out on the pay chart, so I could care less.
Yeah.
A lot of times they tie your pay increase to your evaluation. And I'm like, I'm already topped out. So I'm like, only thing I can get is a COLA adjustment.
Yeah, sure.
And that's negotiated by the union. So I'm like, big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't care about no more evaluation, stuff like that. That was one of my big things coming up, years ago. I said, hey, give my back. A lot of supervisors don't like doing it because they don't get no professional training in how to do a real evaluation. And
it just takes them time.
Right. It takes time out of their schedule, what they got to do. Because I just tell some guys, I said, man, evaluations can make or break your career. Depends on where you work at and what your profession is. And like I say, somebody writing, just hitting the check box, meets requirements, man, that could stall your career for 5 to 10 years because you're just meeting requirements. Don't show no initiative, don't show no goals attained or anything else. You just meet requirements. And some people interpret that as just you just show up collecting a check. And I say that narrative can be a killer too. The person don't say something that's, at least makes you something extra or whatever. Let them write a bland narrative about you or something. Like, whatever.
Yep.
What'd you think about this FBI finding two gloves about a mile from the scene? And the guy is that with the gloves on, why would he throw them out the car?
Joe, I'm like, I think, did you say that earlier, Paul, about how you kind of like just get a little tired of this?
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm very tired of this.
I mean, because it's like after that little incident the day before, and our FBI director running his mouth again before he know what's going on. Well, we got somebody in custody. We got him, and come to find out it was the wrong guys. It sounded like somebody doxed this guy, doxed his house. They wouldn't, raid the house and everything.
Well, they said
Yeah.
that his mother-in-law turned him in.
Well, that's the one I saw interview on TV. Said it was her house, and ain't nobody there in her house. She said, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I don't know
So
how the mother-in-law
have they
turned.
found anyone?
No,
Have they found anyone? No.
No.
they pulled up some old, I would say old, they put up some footage of a ski mask person wearing rubber gloves, dislodging the doorbell camera, and they had to dig deep to find that because she didn't have a regular subscription. Like I don't have a subscription to mine, but I know this stuff gets stored on some server for at least, I think it's at least a week at a time. It will stay there. Then it automatically gets deleted and stuff because I'm not paying for that subscription. I found
Right.
out my cameras work better without the subscription. I get better notifications and everything else without the subscription. The subscription is very clunky and stuff. So
And now they got a tent in front of the door where they've got it all blocked off where you can't see what they're doing.
yeah, So I don't know. I'm have to get in Paul's camp on this one. So you know what?
I'm getting tired
This-
of it. But Dre, the sad part is there's probably thousands of missing people out in the world.
Mhm,
And it's only because this is the Today Show co-host's
mhm.
mother that they're doing this shit.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. And
I mean,
I
it doesn't take away from the incident, but it just doesn't reward the incident either.
right. And like you said, I think there was one dad that somebody posted his comments about what about his daughter who's been missing for over a year.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
agree. I get that. I mean, like I said, my thing is anybody who has any family member who is just missing
Yeah.
should have at least one FBI agent attached to that case.
Yep.
Just in case something turns up, they can use their resources back in Quantico to analyze evidence to see if they can turn up a lead or something for the local authority.
And it's his responsibility to notify them that there's been nothing changed or nothing, whatever.
Right.
But
right.
they're still looking for whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
And then those gloves, one of them was out wide open, right out in the open.
yeah. So I mean, like I say, you can call it poor police work or sloppy police work on one end of it, but this just goes to show how light the local authorities treated this initially. Because my biggest thing is, even on whoever took this lady, they're not as serious as the incident itself because you have demanded 2 deadlines come and gone.
Yeah.
So what makes you think that we should think you're serious or there's going to be some consequences and when all this is said and done? Because either she's already dead and he's just trying to string this out to see that some money's going to flow.
I'm betting that she's dead.
Yeah. Because first it was all about she can't survive without her medication and all this kind of stuff past 72 hours. So like we're going into week 2, 3
Yep.
now.
Second
like-
week.
Like 12 days.
Yeah. I'm like, come on.
But if she was taken into Mexico, they could get her medication. So
Yeah, if she'd gone that far.
Yeah.
Cause first they say, according to the message, this guy said he would deliver her within XYZ hour. And I think they calculated it couldn't be no more than 700 miles they could travel to have her back in the Tucson area. So I'm like, okay.
I mean, I just looked up at the news now, and they're still talking about it.
Yeah,
That's
24/7.
yeah, that's the part that I think rubs people a little bit the wrong way, is that the amount of airtime they're devoting to this. There's a lot more things going on in the world.
Yeah,
I can say, give me 2 or 3 minute update. Okay, what else is going on?
yeah.
'Cause this
Well,
is an
it's
ongoing
kind of
thing.
it's like kind of like the Iran issue, you know.
Hmm.
It's like that's on the back burner, and even though we've got ships there, and they've come out and attacked the ships, and
Yeah, I can say more pressing issues that can affect a lot more of us than
yeah,
this issue. Like I say, I can see you guys doing a maybe 3 to 5 minute update. Push on. We got other places where other people are in danger. Like I said, we got like I say, troops out there in the Gulf area. Potentially, anything could jump off at any day, any minute. And then we still have the ongoing situation down in Venezuela, which now is affecting Cuba with its lack of resources, and that's why I tell people, all the time. I said this was never really about uh, the Venezuelan people. This was about controlling resources,
right,
because they know Cuba buys all their oil from Venezuela. So what's the best way to destabilize a regime? Cut the power, cut the resources. You know. So how's that going to play out and stuff? A lot of other things going on that, like I said, is almost in a way that, like they say, you cause another distraction to get the American people off kilter on other things that are happening. You know, just like everybody was focused on this Greenland stuff. Not even a month ago, you call that couple right before this incident. This incident happened. It seemed like everybody was hot and heavy on Greenland. You know. And heard of people in the news about it since.
Yep.
We don't know how many troops are still being deployed by the other European Union members and all this kind of stuff. It's like there's still things going on.
that's the way she gets your attention. Boone, get over here. He's all right.
I'm talking to somebody. Must have a girlfriend.
No, if that's his girlfriend, she got a mighty deep voice.
That's a girl. That's a guy I went to high school with.
Yeah.
He's the real estate guy.
Mm.
You selling your house?
No. But we've been close for years and years and years, and he's my executor of my estate. So every once in a while he has to stop by and make sure I'm still alive.
Okay.
And Boone just loves the hell out of everybody that comes here. Boone goes ecstatic.
Mm. So has Boone got to the point you can take him out when you fly ships yet?
No.
Mhm.
That's next week.
Yeah.
Right.
I had him in the truck one day, and I went to my bank. And you know how when you go to step out, you swing your legs out? He
Yeah.
shot out of that truck and around the bank. I had to go chase him down. Finally stepped on his leash and caught him.
Mm.
So that's a learning experience, Dre.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got to train them. Got to train them. He's got to
He's
learn.
training, Paul.
Because I'm sure you probably would enjoy to have him sit on that tailgate right next to you while you're flying.
No. That's a Joe deal, sitting on the back of the car.
Nope.
I have a stool I put out there.
He goes in the front of the car. Yeah, I sent you the Lance. I sent you the link.
Okay, thanks.
I was paying attention to what I was doing over here. I'm printing the cake toppers and the muffin toppers, the Bluey.
More landfill.
Yeah, it's either me print it or she gonna try to get me to buy it, so I'm gonna print it.
Mm.
His granddaughter's got a birthday coming up. Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
good.
go over there tomorrow and bring all this little Bluey stuff and say happy birthday. You know, love on her a little bit, and then
'Cause he's gotta work Saturday.
I won't feel as guilty. Because I'll tell you what, 8 months from now, she won't even remember I wasn't there.
That's
She probably
right.
won't even know I'm not there because everybody else at 3 years old.
That's why I was trying to tell my wife when our kids were growing up. I said, "And they just taking them to Disneyland. They won't remember. Wait till they're about at least 5, 6, or 7, around that age range where they'll remember."
How
Well,
old's your
my
granddaughter, Joe?
gonna be 3.
Yeah. That'll be just a moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my son Nick lived in that house that I owned until he was 11, maybe 12. I'd have to go back and look. Probably 12. And he cannot remember the playroom because he didn't spend that much time in it. He didn't like it. He didn't want to be in there. He wanted to sit there on the other side and he'd draw pictures, or he'd watch television and he'd draw pictures. And that's what he did most of the time. Or he'd go in his room drawing pictures because that's what he liked to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "You don't remember the playroom? You had your hands on the wall and all this. You don't remember none of that." He said, I remember when my grandmother lived in there. That was after the playroom,
Mm-hmm.
but he don't remember anything before that."
Now I can go back and remember when we were stationed in Michigan at Chanute Air Force Base, and lived in base housing. And the only thing I really remember was run out the back door, go and play. And the only room I remember in that whole place was like a little playroom. And I had a little small rocking chair. I used to watch some little stop animation TV show
Yeah.
back then as a little kid. And I remember, going to meet some other people. My mom worked at Sears back then. And that's why I said the only reason I remember her working at Sears because of the smell. Because back in the old days, Sears used to have those little kiosks for the peanuts and popcorn
Yeah.
back in the day. And as I tell people, a smell is something that stays with you longer than anything else that you remember. Because you remember a smell. And that's why I've always associated with Sears was the smell of those little kiosks of the peanuts and popcorn. No matter
Yep.
what Sears you walked into, that was a consistent smell in Sears.
You get them little bricks of peanuts and chocolate. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I used to go in there and get a little handful bag of cashews. And that's how I started loving cashew nuts. When little kids buy, and they cost maybe about 50 cents for a little handful of cashew nuts.
Yeah, that's all they give you, about 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you had a little hand back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was a lot back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I tell people, I
Yeah.
said, you remember things that you smell other than what you actually thought you saw.
And I remember when you went into any of those stores that had those kiosks like that,
Mm-hmm.
my mom would go up there first before she went shopping and get a little peanuts or get whatever she was getting.
Mm-hmm.
And if we were with her, we get our little cashews or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then she'd go shopping.
Yeah.
And that was to keep us quiet, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it cost her all about $2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you go in there and you get one peanut that's $5.
Yeah.
Anybody's got 'em.
Our Sears here locally shut down about
Yeah,
2
if you
years
find
ago.
any place that's got them, $5 a peanut.
Yeah, because they did away with the kiosk, I want to say about 20 years ago, maybe longer than
Yeah,
that.
long
And
time.
they moved it from a kiosk to just a one little spot behind the shoe area. And that was about it. And they just shut it down.
Mhm.
But that was, 'cause it used to be right almost in the middle of the store,
Right.
right smack in the middle of the store.
So yesterday when I was printing this, it was funny. When I'm printing, it's got all the different colors, right? And what the printer does, the printer will come up with one color and do everything, and then change to the next one and do everything. And it'll get that first layer before it goes to the next color. And it'll be the first color it came with, right? So it gets all this stuff together, purges all this, comes out, goes out to my bed, it goes, "Jit," that's it. It was like a dot. You put a dot on it, then it went and changed the colors. I said, really? Why couldn't I put this on later, you know?
Mm.
One dot. I still can't figure out what it was.
Mm.
I'm looking to see where it would be one dot of nothing else
But that's all in the file though,
in a
right?
program.
In the
Yeah,
program.
but it can't.
Yeah.
One dot though,
Yeah.
and then it changed colors. And I don't see any place that's only one dot.
Now, as the printing, I would say, environment become to where you can go to like a certain website and download all these different prints or whatever, or you have learned to
No,
write
you
the code
download 'em.
yourself.
Oh
Okay.
shit! No, I ain't loading. I ain't learning shit anymore. I don't need to learn them. All I gotta do is I find them on the Make a World site, and it says Bluey Cake Topper. Happy birthday, Cake Topper. That's the one I
Mhm.
want.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
put it right in the printer. Just make sure the colors are right,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
You're kind of hard to mess up Bluey, you know.
Well, and I messed this one up.
What, with the
I
wrong
got-
colors or just the design?
I got one color that didn't pick up the right place.
Mm.
And somebody gonna say something to him, and I'm gonna say, he's at a birthday party, he's informal. Because his hand's supposed to be a different color blue, and I had
Uh-huh.
that different color blue in there, but it picked up gray for some reason on the hands
Mhm.
and on the stomach and on the feet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, he's wearing gloves and he's informal.
Mm.
Don't worry about it. You don't like it? Buy it next time, you know?
Yeah.
I can go back and reprint it, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know why I picked up those colors different. But it was 8 freaking colors. It took 8 colors I had to put in there.
Uh-oh.
What the hell happened?
That
here?
happened today, Lance?
No, this is my Mavic 3. This happened a while ago, but that was the issue. Is the arm?
Yesterday?
No, this happened a long time. This happened 2 months ago, maybe.
So that is
I've been playing my
confirms
Mavic
my theory that you're not retiring.
So, and it
Can't retire
crashed
with
right
busted
here,
gear.
And every time I opened the arm, I could hear it go, and finally it just snapped off.
Hmm.
The thing is snapped off on the ground, right?
You got some good glue?
Oh,
Not that good.
I got that little point has got to go in there somehow.
Hmm.
And
Well, you could always send it back in and they'll fix it.
Maybe.
to China.
No.
No.
There's a place in Texas,
They're placed in California too.
California.
Well,
Anyway.
most time what they'll do is they'll just send you a refurbished one.
Yeah.
They ain't
Yep.
fixing nothing no more.
If they got one.
Yeah, if they got one, they'll send you a refurbished one, and then you'll have to re-register it and everything else because it's not
Which
the
one
same
is that?
one. It's a Mavic 3.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. Because I remember even when I sent in a Mavic 2 Pro for some had a glitch in the gimbal, whatever. They just sent me a whole nother one.
Yeah, that's what they do with mine. When mine attacked me.
Yeah. They don't even bother around trying to fix them. They just send you another one.
Yeah, when it attacked me, they tried to tell me, well, you didn't give it enough time to land. You moved the stick. I said, I moved the stick to land it because I was telling it to go down
Right.
like that, and you can see where that's the movement on the thing when they showed it to me, right?
Right.
And I said, my question is, why would it go forward? And it had obstacle avoidance on it, but it didn't avoid anything. And it hit me,
Mm-hmm.
So after I went through that a couple of times with them, we'll give you a complimentary drone. So I just said, let me just cut bait and get my drone,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what they do anyway. You send it in and you might pay $100-something and then they send it back and you say, this ain't the drone. You check the serial number. There ain't nothing close to what you sent.
Yeah. That's what happened with the one I bought from Robbie.
Mhm.
Robbie Gray. I bought that Air 2S.
Yeah.
And because I sold my Air 2 for the price he was selling the Air 2S.
Mm.
And my Air 2 was brand new, basically.
Mhm.
So I got this one, and it became a bad deal after a while because the battery started going bad real quick.
Hmm.
And I still had my batteries, and Johnny gave me extra batteries, so I had enough batteries.
Yeah.
But the gimbal started going crazy.
Yeah.
So I finally had enough of the gimbal. And because what you do, you get up there and you recenter the gimbal while it was up there and it fixes it. Then it does start doing it again after a while. You get that jello in it, that little wobble.
Yeah.
So finally I asked them, I said, what would it cost to get the thing? I told them what it was doing. They
Mhm.
said $80 to $100 usually
Yeah.
to replace that. I
Mhm.
sent it in to them and they said it was $109 total.
Right.
And they said that the gimbal's modular board had gone out.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad.
Yeah.
So I said, fine. As soon as I paid it, they had another one in the mail to me. I get it
Mhm.
back, it's brand new,
Mm-hmm.
refurbished. It was like brand new.
Yeah.
So my Air 2S has about 28 flights on it. My Mavic 3, since I got to replace it, has maybe 30 flights on it. So I've got basically new drones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When my Avata 2, I had
Saturday
100, almost 180 flights on Avata 2 when the tugboat.
visiting on
So I got a new Avata 2.
Saturday.
You know,
I'll
it's like,
probably just go to the funeral.
so basically everything I have is brand new.
Yeah.
So why should I buy anything?
Yeah. Yep, Lance, I would yeah, you can retire. Just look at that. Just keep going to whatever you guys got out up there. Down here they call it ed join. You look for teacher positions. Get that long-term sub.
I think he's
only
tired
sub
of,
like about three
tired-
months to
He's
6 months.
rethinking it.
I think he's tired of all the kids and stuff.
Well, like I said, subbing is easy. You ain't had no responsibility. When you're a regular teacher, you gotta be responsible for all the lesson plans and all the other things. When you subbing, you just come take attendance. When that bell rings, you running right behind the kids to get to the parking lot.
Hey, do you guys do any hyperlapse waypoints?
Damn.
I've done it, but it's not part of my regular routine.
So every time I do one, let me share this with you. Every time I do a hyperlapse, I can't get it slow enough. Let me share with you. Now look how fast this goes. You know, this is like 12 waypoints and I wanted it to go really slow. Well, it doesn't. Here it goes. Don't blink.
Wow.
Well,
That's
how
like
long
12.
how long is the flight in general?
Well, so you set your waypoints, right? And
Yeah.
you don't do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So I set all my waypoints and I barely moved the drone until it said good to go, and then I hit a waypoint. Then I moved it again and good to go, and I hit a waypoint, and I would move it as slow as I could to create all the waypoints, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
And then I ran the waypoint, and that's what it does. How do you slow it? How do you slow the waypoint down?
So, okay,
Is what I want to know. Just look at that. I mean, that's
right.
crazy.
I see what you're showing us. I'm thinking more along the lines of for every this is why I factor. I could be way off the mark here. That's why I figure for every 10 minutes of actual flight, you can look at only getting 10 seconds of footage in hyperlapse. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, so waypoints, you don't, you know what I just.
I know
think
you're saying you
figured
want
it
to go from different waypoints to go to the next one and the next one, but the flight itself in general, how long does it take for the drone to get to each waypoint and return home? If you're only
Yeah,
talking about a 1 or 2 minute flight, that's you're only going to get maybe about 1 or 2 seconds, if that, of footage.
I think I answered my own question. I think so. Each waypoint,
Mm-hmm.
I set the waypoint, and then under that there's a speed, and I need to slow that speed down.
Yeah, if it allows you to do that, that's another way of control. Because I guess I know in Litchi you can do that. I don't know if in the DJI app it allows you to slow the drone down to a certain speed. You know, which could be because let me see if I still have that footage in my thing here. What I did. Let me go back and look.
I think that's what you do now.
Let me pull up one here. Give me a few minutes.
Here you go. Listen how pitiful this sounds. It sounds like I don't know anything. Okay. The Neo, 38 flights. And that's the most flights on a drone I've got. The Neo 2, 16 flights. The Avata 2, 6 flights. The Air 2S, 28 flights. Air 3S, 24 flights. The Mavic 3, 36 flights. Everything I got is brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe the Avata 2 have only got 6 flights on since I've crashed in a tugboat. I'm slipping, Lance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. About to sneeze.
That's because of the chick stick. When it wouldn't connect, I just didn't feel like dealing with it.
Yeah.
Only got 6 flights since I got it back. And that's like, how many months? That's crazy.
Sounds like you need to sell it. I'll buy it from you at $250.
Yeah. Thought you were gonna say like $50. That'll give me 50 Canadian, so that'll be a little bit better. Damn. Thought I had more flights than that on the Mavic 3. Only 36 since I crashed that. That's been 9 months. I slipped when I got hurt in the summertime. That's when my flying changed because I was going out every day.
Mm.
Also because now Carry Fresh don't exist.
Yep.
I take extra caution now. I double check the props real good. Make sure they're on tight. Make sure everything before I put it up. And I'm gonna start letting it hover a little bit and doing like Marcus used to do. Wait, fly it like this, kind of waves and see what it's doing.
Mhm.
I'd rather fall from 5 feet than fall from 100 feet. Probably still break, but
Okay, Lance. I found the clip I'm looking for.
Okay.
See if I can bring it up here. Let me put it on the other screen. Get rid of that. Share. Now, just to set it up, this is only a 7-second clip, but the actual flight, I believe, was around 5 minutes or so. And this is you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna start it now. And it's from one waypoint to another. Only had two waypoints. Set ended up being 7 seconds, but I knew the flight only took about 5 minutes tops, maybe 5 to 7 minutes tops was the flight.
Play it again.
Okay, hang on. But that's what I'm saying. It's almost like because I didn't mess with any speed or anything. That's just the standard look outcome, I should say.
And you had 2 waypoints? Where
I had two waypoints. I had two
Okay.
waypoints, the starting waypoint and then the second one where it stopped at. Then it returned back to, matter of fact, I edited that because it returned back to the first waypoint.
Okay.
But that whole flight took about maybe 5 to 7 minutes tops. And that's for it to come back to the very first waypoint. So it went from right to left and then back left to right.
Thanks, Tim.
And I edited that down to the 7 seconds that I just showed you. So that's why I was thinking that your actual flight itself wasn't very long. And as I say, you only come out with maybe about 1 to 2 seconds, 3 seconds of actual footage.
I do, thank you. Sorry, Chuck.
Gonna stay.
Now I've had more successful hyperlapse or time lapse videos using apps on my phone. Cause those apps give you a little more control. You don't have the waypoints, but just the timing. Cause they'll ask you about, how many seconds between each shot and everything else that I don't think the drone app allows you to do that.
Joe, you're the host. I'm gonna go catch a ship.
It does if you click on each waypoint, Dre. There's information underneath that. Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a picture? Do you want to start recording? Do you want to end recording? Do you want
Yeah.
to play with the speed? I mean, it lets you do all of that. And so
Oh,
each
okay.
waypoint, and then there's like a global. I just don't do that often enough to remember the exact steps.
Yeah. Like I said, on the drone, I've only done it like once or twice. It's just something I don't do very often. To me, the hyperlapse or time lapse, it's a nice feature, but I can say it's like anything else. You don't want to have it become, to me, I don't want to have anything become my signature move. I want to be able to say, yeah, okay, we added this time, but we may not revisit that shot every shot that I take. Just like you have certain directors that you have a like a Hitchcock. Everybody said, well, that's a Hitchcock move because he used it in every film that he had. And I know Spike Lee is like that with his shots where he has the people on a moving board and he shoots it in like we call it the zoom, dolly zoom, where the center object is moving and everything else. It's like a dolly zoom around it.
Yep.
That's a signature Spike Lee thing, which is an offshoot of a Hitchcock move.
Albert Hitchcock, yeah.
Yeah. So you have things like that, and people might do variations of it, but it is a classic Hitchcock thing. Now
I
this
like
is
how the train comes in here and then stops and then takes off again.
Mm-hmm.
I did this right after I did the waypoint.
The drone actually in the air.
And this was just a time lapse. I didn't.
Right. But I'm just saying that, how long was the drone actually in the air?
20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For this one here, for this.
Yeah. Sometimes it comes down to the length of the time the drone is in the air to get a good time lapse.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
Yep.
I know. I got an internet interruption thing that popped up.
Yeah, that was probably a 15-minute time lapse right there. That it was a 20-second time lapse. It probably took me 15 minutes to film that.
Yeah, so that's been my experience. That the longer your actual flight is, the better the time lapse can be. Because like I say, you're not taking a picture, continuously. Mine was in video, just like that one. It's in video, so you're like, okay, and the drone is not moving that fast, but because we're doing a hyperlapse, it speeds it up, and you see a lot of movement. Time is 7:35. Oh man.
There you go. Show you this picture real quick. This is the guy, Arthur Hardy, right? Let me find it. There's the guy Arthur Hardy. He's retiring this year for the Mardi Gras guy. And if you see right here, it says Arthur Hardy ceaseless enchantment with Mardi Gras. That's the picture I took of him.
Look
So
at
that-
look,
that-
look like
you gotta
something
put
out of
on that.
Alice in Wonderland.
That one right there. That's the one. That one's in the paper. Got to be in the
Mhm.
paper. 'Cause Peter Finney writes for the paper. That's why I'm kind of hoping he's supposed to meet with me. I told him he got to save me some doubloons and that from the parade because he's the Grand Marshal with Endymion, big parade this year. And he put out all the stuff he's got. I'm hoping because we're kind of good friends, because I'm bringing the 50 years of Mardi Gras he did, and then the Mardi Gras guy from this year, which is his last one, and then the one that he put me in. And I'm gonna have him autograph each one of them like that. And that's gonna just get for my kids, let my grandkids have them, my grandkid have them. And I don't know if I have any more, but I know she'll get them right now.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that when he hands me that little package of doubloons, he's got one of them .999 silvers in there. Because I know he's buying a bunch of them. The guy's loaded. The guy's a millionaire. So I know he's gonna have a few for friends, I'm pretty sure I'll at least get the heavy bronze ones. But I would love to get a .999.
Like I said, them things they ain't light. They heavy.
I found this one the other day. Went looking for it. I knew I had 1.999, and that's Endymion. This is the second year that the parade has got Clark Gable's picture on the background, and it was something about the silver screen. So it said highlights of the silver screen. That was the theme, and it's got Clark Gable on it, 1968, and it's the second year they paraded, right?
Yeah.
Now the value of the silver in this is about $114. Okay, I remember when the guy bought them, because the guy used to work at the racetrack, the guy Frank. And he said, look, I'm giving you one of special. It cost me $5. And this was back in 1968. $5 was $5,
Right.
Probably about $10.50, now. So he said, here, I'm giving you a special one. Don't give it away. Don't sell it. So this has been with me since 1968. And I knew I had it in the back, but I had to go look for it. And I got one box of all the really special ones. I've got like 10 books of them with 20 to a page, maybe 20 pages in it, each one. Plus I've got boxes of the blooms extra. But I knew this was in that box, a special box. I went and found it real quick. The value of, like I said, $114, just the silver value, right? I looked it up because it's the second year and because it's Endymion, one of the biggest parade in Mardi Gras right now. The biggest men's parade. The value of is $395 if you try to sell it. So I'm keeping it. I don't want to sell it. There's nothing I need to sell it for,
Yeah. Some things just, I don't know. To me, they're just some things that you really can't place a value on it, even though it may have a worth. But like I say, it's something that you want to keep in the family and hope they have the same mindset as you, is that it's something that you want to hold on to, because it has historical value besides the actual monetary value.
Yeah, they don't. Look at this. You call this a parade? That's a truck.
Donald right there.
Wait a minute. You're calling that a parade? That's on a truck. If it was in New Orleans, you'd have Mardi Gras floats with the paper mache, with throwing beads, everything.
Yeah. Look how deep it is. There's the front, and it just continues to go back.
Yep.
So we've
Elash,
got a
you
GoPro
should have
here.
had your X5 out there for that one.
I'm kicking myself, Dre. I saw a couple X5s out there, and I thought, why didn't I grab mine? It was stupid of me.
Yeah,
absolutely stupid of me. Can I put cuss words up?
The question is that wait? Go back a minute. Go back a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like a mini.
Yep. Some clown had a mini out there flying it. Go back.
Go back to that last picture.
This
that
one?
before the parade?
Before the parade.
Before the parade. They're way down here. They're just starting.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because I was going to say, how they got a big old ass gap in that parade? See, that's my big pet peeve in New Orleans. And you ought to hear us out there, the cops, when I'm out there with the cops. This parade starts about 10 blocks from where I stand on Napoleon St. Charles. And when they get to us, you'll have a gap of about a block. How in the hell you get a gap in a parade like that? And they be bitching about it because it's taking more time to go through. Means they got to work longer.
Right.
I mean, they don't. If the marching group pass and that float don't move, you see the cops say, "Move it." It's like, get that shit moving, you know.
This is
Get
like
this
a
thing
couple
past
hours
me.
before the parade even started here, right here.
Yeah.
Can I put a cuss word up here? Oh, I already did. Sorry.
And they made it political.
This clown did, yeah. That was the only political sign I saw. Starbucks right here.
I'm sure they made a killing that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't go to the parade. You got to make coffee. No parade for
Nowhere
you.
to pee, so I did not drink coffee.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
the
said, I
song
mean,
they got. They got a song out there. Ain't no place to pee on Mardi Gras Day.
I'm just saying they came right down in front of that Starbucks, you know, and it's cold weather. You see how everybody's dressed, so you know Starbucks was making a killing. The dark side is their daddy.
Yeah, they called the defense the dark side.
Oh, okay. I missed the reference on that.
Yeah, that's Seattle calls himself. The Seattle defense calls himself the dark side instead of you know, when we
doomsday like the old one.
Yeah, like we were what were we called? What was it?
It was doomsday.
No, it wasn't. It was
It was when Richard Sherman and all those guys were on there. It was the
not
doomsday.
Doomsday.
Yeah,
It was called no, it was called
oh, Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom.
Legion of
How could
Boom.
I forget that?
Yeah. Legion of
So
Boom.
they call themselves the dark side this time. So
Yeah, okay, yeah. Legion of Boom. Had to think about it. Yeah. And see that guy out there with the drone, and actually all you needed was a nice size selfie stick with a X4, X5 camera, and you would have got excellent shots.
I don't know why I didn't think of that, Dre. I was, you know, I was going with a couple of buddies, and I thought, nah, I'll grab my camera, and that should be good. I wasn't even thinking.
Yeah.
Eh.
And I'm thinking with any action camera, you like I said, as long as you have like I got the 9-foot selfie stick, and even the standard one, which is about still 4 feet for a standard selfie stick that comes with those things. You still got some great shots no matter what you used.
Yeah.
But to have the drone out there is just being a little reckless in my opinion.
That was crazy. He went right down the middle, which no one was there, but he had to go from one side to the other to get off. So
Of
he
course.
did fly over people for, 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he landed on the other side of the street. Kind of, I watched him land. And I thought, okay, I'm going to see who picks it up, but I couldn't see because, it was behind all the people on the other side. But I thought that's a Mini 3 or a Mini 4. I can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy turns to me and said, Lance, I told you not to bring your drone.
Yeah. That's great. Well, I'm glad Seattle had a good time, and evidently there wasn't too many problems. There would have been on the national news that they'd have tore the city up. So
yeah, it was very, very positive.
Good. That's good. I guess I gotta tell people I don't mind celebrations, but when you start destroying property and this being destructive altogether, then you just diminish what just occurred.
Yeah. And the one guy with a political sign, it's like, dude, you are one.
You're instigating. Yeah.
Why
you're instigating.
Why even float that sign? Because Washington is last time we voted for a Republican president was Reagan.
Yeah. But my whole thing is all it takes is one other person who may be offended, and next you know you got beef going on, and then
Yeah.
depends how it escalates from there.
Yep.
You know, like, and, it wasn't about the guy would have got jumped on, and that's the only thing that been about the parade is, oh, civilian got jumped on by other folks over Trump sign.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
that'd been it.
Capital B on that beat too.
Mm-hmm.
That starts a, and then somebody next to somebody with their best friend decides to punch him for something he said 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, people jump in, it's to jump in.
When I was getting ready to leave Okinawa, that was like, it was 2 nights before we had to check in the way that you can't get out of the barracks. Because then they lock you down.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't want anybody going out and getting drunk and not making it to the plane, right?
Like your buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, like Atkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went out to they had suds and what they call it? It was pizza and suds, but they didn't call it pizza, they call it something else. And I went up there and we used to mess with the girl that worked it, right? All the time. And I'm sitting there at the bar and a fight breaks out inside the bar. And when it breaks out, everybody's punching each other. And I look up and I could see military police coming in, getting ready to come in. So I jump over the bar and she's sitting down on the floor, right, to get out the way. And I push over next to her. She said, "You can't come behind the bar." I said, "Bullshit." I said, "I'm not going to get arrested out there and not get off Okinawa in a couple of days. I'm staying right here with you." Like this. I sat down there and then she stood up and I stood up and they walked around. They thought I was a bartender. Left me alone. and everything cleared. I said, "Thank you," hugged her, and I walked off, left. I went back home. I said, "Oh, no, I ain't dealing with this shit."
Yeah.
I get stuck there for another week or so, and I was ready to go home.
Mm-hmm.
After 13 months in Japan, you can only see so much and only do so much, you know?
Yeah.
The only thing I liked about Japan more than anything, you ready for this? And you're going to laugh when you hear this. I used to go to the club, and they had the guy from Japan, a Japanese guy in there. It was a cook. And his daughter was absolutely beautiful, right? And I used to go there every chance I got just to get the fried rice that he made. It's the best fried rice I ever ate in my life. And it was ham fried rice, chicken fried rice, and I used to like the ham fried rice. All it was little slices of thin ham cooked up in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, maybe $1.50 for the plate, and you couldn't eat it all.
Yeah.
It was like, man, God darn it. It was good stuff.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce off here. Make sure I be productive before I go out tonight.
Well, Paul went out there 35 minutes before the ship even closed. The ship just getting close.
Now, what does he do at Boone when he goes out to fly the ships now?
He just leaves them in the house.
Okay, I agree. Say, 'cause it's too cold to leave him outside.
Yeah, in the summertime, he used to leave them outside.
Right, yeah.
But he just leaves them in the house.
Mm.
Now, I wonder if that guy came over and put that gate up.
Who knows?
Now, this is the other thing. He comes over all that time and he couldn't put that gate up. You know, what's wrong with that?
I don't even begin to ask questions about what Paul does and doesn't do. I stopped that a long while back.
Now, Paul did say thank you. So maybe put the gate up for him because it was in that room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just surprised Boone not sitting in the chair looking at us.
We need to train him to do that. I don't know, but Boom, come here, Boom, Boom. Come over here and jump up in the chair and just sit there. Have him lounging in the chair. That'd be cool, huh?
Yeah.
We trained him how to get in your chair, Paul. That would be funny.
All right. I'll see you guys later on today.
Later, Dre.
All right.
Hey, it's just me and you, Lance.
What's that?
It's me and you, just me and you.
Okay, I'll be right back. I've got to grab my coffee. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay, just me. Just me. And that ship could have been passed already because it may be behind because we don't refresh it. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't see Boone. Usually Boone walking around, but he ain't even walking by. It looked like Paul due to get a new chair. All those arms starting to fall apart. JDS says, be right back. Hey, Brenda. Check that out in a little bit there, JDS. Want to see what you're talking about with the drone plane flight test. Oh, I'm doing it. Oh, yeah, that's cool there, JDS. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So
Yeah, I
you're
was
gonna
looking
fly
at
with
that, look at that link JDS put in there, that the RC plane is flying. Now that might be something I want to do. That'd be kind of cool.
Share it. Share your screen.
That's pretty cool.
The RC plane?
Yeah, it's an RC plane. Okay, wow. It flies like a plane, but you can put it in, it's almost like a Harrier. You can fly it like a plane, like an Osprey. That's what I want to say, Osprey. Because it's got the propellers, but then when you put it in a drone mode, the propellers rotate up.
Wow.
Now that's pretty cool.
Share the video.
My son would like that. It's in the chat.
Remember, I don't have the chat.
What you say? I'm gonna copy the link and send it in your thing so you can watch it later.
I put it in my Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Here it is. Yes, we bought it on Banggood. $117. Can you see the screen?
Hold on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That is cool.
That's cheap. That is real cheap.
Yeah, 123 with 3 batteries. Now that is pretty cool. I might have to think about one of these.
I'll have to work another year if I buy that, according to
I'm
Dre.
telling you. I'm gonna think about this. My son would like that because of the fact that you could fly it like a plane and then the props rotate, the motors rotate, and you can land it like an Osprey.
Mm-hmm.
And that sucker was whipping by on the video. He said it's fast. Yep, and it's fast, Joe. It looks fast. Yeah, buddy. I don't know if I got a Banggood account. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I do. Oh Lord, I'm in trouble now. Yeah, $159 it's with taxes and everything, with 3 batteries.
Wow.
I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I lost it. I didn't mean to do that. Stop. Go back. I exited out accidentally. It's in my cart. Yeah, I got it in my cart. There you go. I'm gonna leave it in my cart and see what happens. Because sometimes they'll come back and say, they'll say, we'll give you another 10% off or something like that. And that's cool. I like that. Now that's fast. They got the other little mini ones. They got some nice ones on there. $63. You can get it like a little Cessna type. That'd be fun too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just looking at alternatives in case there's one day we can't fly, you know?
Yeah.
Now that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one in the cart. Yeah, Jody's on. Frank left and Jody's on. AKA Frank. Well, this woman, Savannah Guthrie, she's putting new videos out showing her mom when they were kids and all this. She's trying to touch base with that whoever did it. It's too late, man. I'm telling you. Unless
sounds like
she's being held down in Mexico, she was probably killed.
the mom is on meds as well. She has been off her meds now for 8-9 days
2 weeks.
or whatever. That's not good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And one of them, because she has a pacemaker, she's got to have it after about 5 or 6 days. Her heart can fail. It'll start rejecting. Speaking of which, I gotta order this medication for my dog. Man, I hate to order this. This shit's $60. Probably more expensive now. Yep. I got 1 dose, 2 doses left. All I know is it comes fast, so I'll get it real quick. Let's see if I can look it up, see if I can get it somewhere cheaper. Because they give me a 90-day supply, and I don't want a 90-day supply. Just give me 30 days right now. I get this thing, listen to this shit. I get this thing on Chewy for $28. Hang on. And then if I get it ready for this, if I get it on Chewy.com, I get 35% off my first order.
I'm going to go over and talk to the teacher next door here when the bell rings and tell him that I saw him on TV on the parade to scare the crap out of him because he was gone yesterday. I'm sure he was at the parade.
Yeah.
Say, hey,
that's
you
fun.
were all over King 5 News last night.
And this is 30 tablets for 21 bucks. It'd be cheaper to buy it through this company. Tablets with wheels. You gotta order this crap. I'm gonna put everybody on hold for a minute.
Go Niagara, sorry, Charlie.
We'll be proceeding up the western shore and then proceeding east over Chagrin and waiting for the movement to take place there. So probably 1800
You flying today?
for Chagrin over.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. Johnny's doing something, so. I can't read this shit. They have the smallest writing in the world on this shit. Let me find that magnifying glass I got. Then a new glass, but I can't even see this shit. Bullshit. I have to cheat. I have to go like I'm gonna take a picture of it. Yeah, I ain't even close. 844. I was putting 544. My God. I wasn't even close to that number. I'm gonna mute for a minute. I want to find out how much it's gonna cost me.
Okay. Okay, Joe, that's my bill to let the kids in, so I'm gonna take off. I will catch up with you. Bye, chat. Have a good day.
Son of a bitch.
I'm on the phone, Paul.
Yeah, you're buying another drone, aren't you? I heard you. Hey, JDS, how you doing? Frank, Jody. Joe is buying another drone. I understand. I was kind of listening on my phone. A vertical takeoff and landing, but fast, whatever. I don't know. I couldn't quite figure out what it is, but he's on it. Hey Dre, how's it going? I know you were here a while, but looks like Joe's out buying another drone.
Mavic 4 was on the way. No. Ordering medication for my dog. Yep. I had to order this medication. I should have ordered it a week ago.
What, did you buy a drone? I think I heard you say.
You didn't hear me say I bought medication for my dog?
Yeah, but you also were talking about buying a drone.
No, I'm not talking about buying a drone. I said Mavic 4 is on the way, joking.
I was listening while I was flying, and you were talking about some kind of a drone that is
Oh,
fast,
well, there was what you call it? The airplane.
but it does
my-
vertical landing and takeoff, though.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. The link's in the chat on the JDS. It's pretty cool. I think my son would like that one because, like I said, it almost looks like like an osprey the way it does it. So, well, you're back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
'cause-
jump off. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Didn't you say it was like $150 or something?
Yeah, 150 with the tax, everything, shipping and everything. Yeah, complete different from a drone though. I mean, you have to go out in the open area to learn because everything's manual with it. So let me jump because I got a couple things I got to take care of.
Okay, we'll close it down. Thanks
Yep.
thanks for keeping it safe. And I did 2 ships, just so you know.
Okay.